dust laden, we exhausted from the heat. Better get a ride home, cause ain't no walking when it's beef. They only wanna know a story when they chalk them in the street. Bury you downside when that coffin getting deep. 25 is just an age that we don't often.
What's up, guys? As you can see right here, man, I am over halfway into my Superstar 2 bar, and I know this game is gonna be dead in about a month or so, but for the time being, I do want Superstar 2 because I would like to have that permanent gym rat until next gen comes out. And with all the controversy surrounding this game, like for example modded controllers, you know, just the overall gameplay, people are not happy with the gameplay. Like a lot of people are not really playing that much. It's hard for me to find a consistent squad, and I mean, it's very easy to go find, you know, a paint beast and another shooter, but like I don't like to play with inside centers in the park. I like to have 3 shooters, so it's like it's been hard for me to find a consistent squad to play with in the park. So what I've been doing was I've been going to the rec on certain builds just to, you know, get my rep out there, and it's also super hard to find a consistent 5 in the rec as well. At first I was using my red yellow center that I made, you know, it's the playmaking glass cleaner type build. I use it to get rep with pass to assist and passes after the rebound, but you know, rec center is full of, to put it lightly, just complete and utter bozos. So at this point I just make builds that I can actually bring into the rec and just get a good amount of rep with randoms. Even if I lose, just get at least 30 to 40k. My first build was that playmaking glass cleaner that I was talking about, the one that gets rep from throwing outlet passes. I do have a build video on that. And number 2 is the one I've been using recently, and this build, like, oh my goodness, this build is so much fun. Like, even if I'm like getting my ass beat in the rec, I'm having a good ass time just using this build. So it is a glass cleaning finisher. It is a very common build you see in the park, you know, it's very meta, but it's not the typical 6'9", 6'8" glass cleaning finisher you see in the park. I made mine a little bit differently. I built mine to where it can play, or I'm sorry, it can defend each position with equal efficiency, like point guard, shooting guard, small forwards, power forwards, centers, equal efficiency. And this clip that you guys have been watching for the last minute or so, this is all from one game. All these block shots are from one game. With a combination of speed, athleticism, finishing ability, defense, this build you can really just take it into rec without any badges and be successful. Alright, so power forward, pure red pie chart for the most defensive badges. I want pure speed. You can go balanced, which is also okay, but I want pure speed because I like how if I get a board, say I get a board in defense and I throw it down court, and whoever I pass to misses, I can either crash for offensive board and sometimes get it. In the event that I don't get the board, I can still run back on defense and stop that fast break. So this build is just ridiculous on both sides of the court. 30 defensive badges, which is just toxic. You can put anything you want on there. My favorite badges so far are Heart Crusher and Rim Protector and Pogo Stick, because with Heart Crusher, when you get a block or a steal, it makes the other team cold. So with Heart Crusher on Hall of Fame and Rim Protector on Hall of Fame, that combination of badges, Heart Crusher makes the other team cold, Rim Protector Hall of Fame, you can use that to get team takeover. So the other team is cold and your team has takeover. So that just helps, especially when you play with randoms. That's just the biggest help you can have. That's like one way to control your own fate, you know. Body type doesn't matter to me. I always say the same thing. I always just use compact. Made him 6'7". You're probably asking if I'm going to be 6'7", why not make a small forward or like a shooting guard? I like to be power forward because I like to be positioned in the paint before the game starts. You get a lot of rep getting paint stops. So that's why I chose power forward, for the simple fact that I'm going to be in the paint off rip. So the weight might seem low to you, but I chose that for a reason. I want to be as fast as possible. I always like being as fast as possible on my builds. Even if you're worried about not getting paint stops, honestly, once you start getting your badges together, like Rim Protector, Intimidator, Pogo Stick, you can hold the paint down even with a low strength. It's not common you see an interior force in the rec center, but even interior forces, you can get stops on them as well. But I mean, if you're just solid on defense, you time your jumps correctly, you can test at the right time, Pogo Stick helps you with that. You can get a lot of paint stops and a lot of rep while getting paint stops. Max wingspan, you always go max wingspan with lockdowns or, you know, centers or rim protectors, and it gives you glass, rim, or slashing takeover. All 3 are good, but for what I'm doing in the rec, I rely on getting stops in the paint, and Rim Protector is the biggest bailout badge for defense in the paint. So I chose Rim Protector Takeover, and you get that glass. So glass cleaning finisher, even though grinding rep is really boring, especially in the rec center and especially when you're by yourself, this build actually made that grind a lot of fun. So let me know in the comment section what you think. Let me know if you could have built this better or differently. Let me know what build you're making for rep. Let me know if you're even going for top rep in general. If you like the video, of course, drop a like, drop a sub, drop a post notice, and I'll see you all next time.
When that coffin getting deep, 25, that's just an age that we don't often get to see. Told bro to stay on point, cause they'll knock them off to get to me. Stuck in my gangster ways, I'm living lawless in the street. Ain't go to see a therapist, I'll just start talking to them beats. I'm just